Welcome to our pre-pink couch intro. Dave Cecco, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for bringing Michelle. I think what we need to say to the audience is that you are retired, although you don't look retired. You look like you're still working. So with WestJet Vacations and WestJet for how many years? 13?
13 years.
And now you've left the company in order to do what?
Well, I've started my own company now, and we're representing destinations and hotels across Canada. I've partnered with Interlux Group out of Denver, and whatever they need from us for the Canadian market, we're there to support. And they have some amazing clients, including Jalisco.
Including Jalisco.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. And we're going to talk about Jalisco in a few minutes, and I'm really looking forward to chatting with you and getting an update, Michelle, on the situation in that state, which is vital to the Canadian market.
Absolutely.
Michelle, thank you so much for coming in to chat to us about the state of Jalisco and, of course, what happened in Puerto Vallarta on February 22nd. It was an incident,
Yes.
but it reverberated throughout the industry as though something horrific had occurred. And I still can't quite come to grips with the fact that it had such a ripple effect. Even advisors were telling me that they would not go. And I thought, what on earth are you talking about? There were cancellations to Los Cabos, to Cancun. When you look back and analyze what occurred, how do you see it? Explain to us what that was.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's such a pleasure to visit Canada, such a lovely and friendly place that we really care about. In Mexico and especially in Jalisco, we love to receive all the Canadians every year in Puerto Vallarta, and they really enjoy it.
It's a huge part of our industry.
I know. Well, saying that, I'd like to also say that, of course, something happened on February 22nd. I mean, we're not going to deny it. Something happened. One of the most wanted criminals were caught in Mexico. That, of course, caused a lot of reactions. But I want to say a few things. The first one is, it took us only 48 hours to come back to normal. I mean, after 48 hours, we were completely normal in our destinations, including Puerto Vallarta. The second thing is, none of our tourists was in danger at any moment. We took care of every tourist at all moments. And the third one is that, of course, there was a disproportionate coverage of the media. What happened? I mean, we saw so many posts and publications throughout the media, the traditional media, the social media, in every country of this planet. And many of those publications were fake news. I mean, there were so many fake images that were horrifying. And I can understand people being concerned about that. But I can assure you, I mean, I spent part of my time in Puerto Vallarta, and I've been walking and visiting all the different areas, the beaches, the boardwalk, the downtown, talking with different visitors from Canada, from the States, from Europe, and they all tell me, without a question, that they feel safe in Puerto Vallarta, that they are safe in Puerto Vallarta. Many actually tell me that they feel safer in Puerto Vallarta than in their original places, and that they felt taken care of by all the Mexicans during those complicated 24 hours.
Interesting. And it did only last 48 hours. And in fact, we happened to hear that a colleague of ours was flying down to his condo. So we asked him to do a Zoom with us, which was exactly 48 hours later, from his balcony, Rocky Racco from TTI, and to sort of calm things down and have someone right on location saying everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's perfectly safe. Everything's back to normal. There are no issues. The only issue was that the beaches were empty, the restaurants were empty, and the people were not
scared.
Making money. So the question is, have the tourists come back? Are things being back to normal? Are the hotels filling up? Are the beaches full?
Well, to begin, the destination, the operation of the destination came completely back to normal.
Right.
What does that mean? That all the flights, all the cruise ships, all the hotels, all the restaurants, all the tours are back to normal. Now, about the tourists, we have several tourists, but of course, we're trying to recover the normal numbers of tourists that travel to Puerto Vallarta. Of course, the high season is about to end, so we are going to see a smaller amount of travelers until next season. But we do have several tourists there, and they're enjoying Puerto Vallarta. Actually, it's pretty enjoyable because all the beaches are super calm and peaceful. And another thing that I like to say is, I mean, Puerto Vallarta has been safe always. You know, you've been there several times.
Sure.
Dave has been there several times. Many Canadians. They can feel that Puerto Vallarta is not only safe, but it's also super warm and welcoming. But now, after what happened on February 22nd, I can assure you, Puerto Vallarta is even safer than it was.
In what sense?
Well, of course, after what happened, all the federal government and the state government made a huge effort to reinforce the safety on the touristic areas in Jalisco. So even though it was safe, it's even safer now. And of course, people ask me very often, hey, is it 100% safe to travel to Puerto Vallarta or to Jalisco? And my answer is always, is it 100% safe to travel to New York or Paris or Madrid or New Orleans? I mean, just a week after what happened in Puerto Vallarta, there was a massive shooting in Austin and nobody was talking about it. So I think it's, again, something happened and we need to be empathetic with that. We understand the concerns, but it was not as immediate. Told the story.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. Really, I was at the response that we saw. Completely, in my opinion, out of proportion to what occurred. But anyway, you know, that's the thing about Puerto Vallarta. You talk about the sort of loyalty that we have, the Canadians have. They have a very, very strong relationship with the destination. Some have been going for years. They have condos there. There's a quality to the destination which is different from a lot of other Mexican beach towns.
Yeah.
It has a calm culture. It's been around for a very, very long time. It doesn't have that frenetic new build feeling of, you know, party. You can, of course, if you want to, but it's got a real sense of place, a sense of who we are. So I'm not surprised that you're saying that people felt welcome. And I want to ask you, on that note of Canadians being sort of loyal to Puerto Vallarta, do you notice that Canadians stay longer and invest more, therefore are a very attractive tourist to have come to your destination versus, for instance, an American, which is what I heard from Los Cabos?
Absolutely. I mean, we love to receive Canadians. Actually, we love Canadians as much as Canadians love Puerto Vallarta. That's a fact. And we love Canadians for many reasons, but one of them is because the Canadian traveler is more of a curious kind of traveler. They love to explore. They love to get out of the hotel and go to the tequila town or go to the San Sebastian town and enjoy the beaches and enjoy the culture and get into the real Puerto Vallarta. And I think, Puerto Vallarta is quite a unique destination. Why is that? I would say Puerto Vallarta, as well as Jalisco, they're a destination with soul. I mean, they have a very particular
destination with soul.
Identity.
I love it. We're going to use that. Yes, and it's true.
For me, it's the most Mexican beach destination. There are plenty of beautiful beaches in Mexico and in the whole continent, but I cannot think of a beach destination with that identity. I mean, Puerto Vallarta has history, has culture, art, the gastronomy, the people is beautiful. I mean, you feel like you're in Mexico when you're in Puerto Vallarta.
You definitely do. And I love that about it. I love the history that it has to offer. I mean, when you think of Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton, I know it's a cliche, but really it's part of that little magic.
You can understand the love story, right?
Yeah, totally. Tell us a little bit more about the state, because really when I think of Jalisco, I think of Puerto Vallarta, Nuevo Vallarta. I've been to further north. Oh gosh, I forget the name of the town. But Bucerías, yes. But tell us a little bit more.
I'm glad that you're asking that question, because it's true. Many Canadians love Puerto Vallarta, but they're missing a big part of what Jalisco has to offer. If I say, or when I say Puerto Vallarta is the most Mexican beach destination, I can say for sure Jalisco is the most Mexican destination itself. I mean, and Jalisco is so big and so diverse. It's like a state. It's like a province on its, like a country on its own. We have beach destinations, not only Puerto Vallarta, but also the entire Costa Alegre with some of the nicest hotels in our country. But we also have mountains. We also have a big city, which is Guadalajara, a vibrant city that offers a lot of urban tourism, festivals, a huge, amazing gastronomy scene, a lot of art and galleries and museum and medical tourism and MICE tourism.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a big
Right.
city that blends the contemporary offer with the tradition. Because, you know, Jalisco is the hometown of the mariachi and the tequila and the charreria and those Mexican icons. So if you visit a big city like Guadalajara, you'll find those icons, but then you'll be in a very modern city. And surrounding Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta, we have 12 pueblos mágicos. So you can visit the town of tequila. Imagine to visit the town where tequila comes from. I mean, tequila, I'm sure, is the best known word from Mexico in the world. But we also have the town of Cocula, which is the hometown of the mariachi. We have Ajijic by the lake of Chapala, where many Canadians also
very many.
come very
Retire,
often. We have the San Sebastián del Oeste town. We have many beautiful places. We have 2 wine routes. We have 2 tequila routes. We have the Raicilla route. So if you can think to expand the experience of Puerto Vallarta into an entire multi-destination experience, to visit Guadalajara, to get on the tequila train and depart from Guadalajara's
The tequila
downtown.
train. Do you ever get off the tequila train once you're on? I can't imagine.
I mean, you get off. I cannot tell you how. That depends on you. But it's beautiful. Imagine going to this 2 hours train, crossing the agave fields, which are part of the heritage of humanity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
listening to mariachi and tasting the tequila, because it's completely different to taste the tequila as you really need to. I mean, it's a completely art
Yeah.
to taste the tequila.
Is the mezcal also, or is it different?
Mezcal as well as raicilla, they come from the same type of plant, which is the agave.
Yeah.
But only the tequilana Weber type of agave produces tequila. Tequila comes from Jalisco. It has the denomination of origin.
Interesting. Michelle, since we have you here and you have the opportunity to address advisors, what message would you like to give them right now about what's going on in Jalisco, in Puerto Vallarta, and in general, support them in selling the destination?
Of course. Well, first of all, I would like to repeat that Jalisco is the most Mexican destination. If you want to really get to know Mexico, you need to start by Jalisco. Now, to do that is really easy because we have a really interesting infrastructure. We have 2 out of the 5 best connected airports in our country. We have the biggest amount of hotels in our country. We are very well connected by sea, by air, by land. We actually have a train. We have so many services, restaurants and venues. I mean, we have a world-class infrastructure. We have all this diversity that I was talking about, the Pueblos Mágicos, the big city, the beach destinations. We have plenty of events. It's easy to find any day of the year something interesting to do in Jalisco. Whether it's a festival or a concert or a sports event, basketball, baseball, soccer, different festivals. We will be holding the FIFA World Cup for the 3rd occasion. But not only the World Cup, we will be hosting, and that's important for the industry, the ITB show. The Berlin show is coming to
Oh, I didn't even
Guadalajara.
know that.
Yes. You know, it's the biggest trade show for the tourism industry. Well, its American edition for the entire continent is going to happen in Guadalajara for many years.
Interesting.
So that's also important. And just like that, we have several gastronomy, sports, culture, MICE, business events all year round. And lastly, I mean, I can only say that Jalisco offers the same, if not better, levels of safety than any other destination in the world. And of course, the kindness and the welcoming people we have, that should be more than enough.
It is unique. It really is unique. I always think of taking the little bus down to the town when we were staying up closer to up on the hill and in the Bay of Banderas, and you always you feel like you're a local, you know?
Yeah.
It's so much fun to participate that way, and that's what I find so much about Puerto Vallarta, is that you end up living a little bit like you're part of the community and you have a sense of community.
But you're part of our community.
Is
I
that
mean, to be
right?
fair,
Yeah.
for us it feels like that. And I love the thing that I love the most about Puerto Vallarta is a friendly destination. Many
Yeah.
people claim that we're the gay-friendly destination, and I say, okay, yeah, but we're friendly with everyone, actually.
Well, but being gay friendly is also a
Yeah.
huge appeal because
Yes.
I know people that go, not necessarily gay couples, who go just because.
Yeah, because the mindset is different.
The mindset is different.
That's true.
The gay district is so friendly, so open, so much fun. So that adds, I think, to the appeal. In my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Well, Jalisco has two of the best recognized gay-friendly destinations,
Yeah.
Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for updating us, Michelle. Very appreciated.
Please come and visit us. We will always make you feel like home, and we really consider Canadians part of our community.